What's up, everybody? So I just wanted to come on with this video. My name is Erica. I'm here to glorify King Jesus Christ, but then I'm also here I'm making these 10-minute videos. This one might be a little bit shorter, but mainly to glorify Jesus, to kind of tell you more about my testimony. I hope you like my videos and subscribe to my channel. You know, I'm trying to build my channel. My other one, somebody like deleted my Gmail. I don't know how that happened or what, but Archangel Michael, can you please help me? Thank you. Long story short, so this little town that I live in, there was no childcare, okay? I refused. So I vaccinated my baby. I got his 2 months vaccination shots and stuff, but I didn't want to continue on because I don't know, man. There's something like I believe like if this Holy Spirit like led me not to get vaccinated, I feel like there's something like sinister going on with like the vaccinations and stuff. So I listened and I didn't get him vaccinated after the 2 month vaccinations. And even whenever I took him to the clinic to get his 2 months vaccinations, I literally, so like the doctor went out or the nurse went out and she was like, okay, I'm gonna go get it. I'll bring it back in here. I'll be right back. So whenever she left out, I just prayed over my baby, and now he was sitting on my lap, and I just said, Jesus, like, whatever they inject into him, let it come into my legs, and like let me take it for myself, you know. I right hand on this holy Bible. This is my right hand on my holy Bible. Right hand on the Bible here. I said I was holding him on my lap, and I said to Jesus, I said, Holy Spirit, I said, whatever they put in him, don't let him feel no pain, and let whatever goes into his legs, let it come into my legs completely, you know. And I tell you 100,000%, the next day my legs were sore. Like my outer thigh was sore. Right hand on the Bible. That's on everything. I'm telling you the truth. And then now RJFK Kennedy, this is a God thing. Like it has to be a God thing. Like, you know, he is literally banning the disgusting foods over in them foreign countries. They don't have all these processed foods, additives, natural colors, red dye, yellow dye, blue dye. They don't have those over there, you know. They've been on top of everything for a long time. What if God just did all this stuff so that way it could be like a redemption story for America? That would be so cool. That's how cool God is. That's how cool Jesus is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a total redemption story, I believe. I don't know. But anyway, I could be wrong, you know, whoever, whatever. But I just I just see the things that he's doing, and it's really cool, kind of. But anyway, so I moved here in October, and I signed up right away to get into childcare over here. And then anyway, but I feel like this was a sign from God. I don't know, but maybe not, whatever. And so the daycare lady, it was the end of January, and she got a hold of me through an email, and she's like, yeah, like we have an opening, go ahead and give me a call, whatever. So I call her, and she's like, okay, we'll schedule the tour for January 3rd or something like that. And so I was like, stay outside. No. So anyway, what was I saying? So she hits me up. We go over there to do the tour, and I've ran into like problems about the vaccinations before. So I was like, I just stopped her and I said, you know, he's not vaccinated, whatever. And so every time like I run into this problem, it's always, we always get pushback. We always get pushback. It's always like, oh my gosh, and whatever. Like, and this is what I'm talking about. This is like the stuff that I'm talking about. So like, this was a Holy Spirit led decision, right? And you could say that's wrong or whatever, but right now I see on Facebook there's a lot of like exposure coming on the Facebook, not so much on the YouTube. But the YouTube is all like the fear based, like it's all about like Israel and Iran and everything like right now. And Instagram was kind of like that too, like I like to watch like the gardening and like all kinds of good stuff, but then it would always gravitate back towards like that fear mongering, Illuminati weird stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, what the frick is all this? You know what I mean? But anyway, so, but on my Facebook, I see a lot of exposure coming out about the vaccinations, and he's talking. If you go look up RJFK or RJF Kennedy, and all the changes that he's making and stuff, um, they're gonna start doing or taking away the stuff. He's banning all of like the Cheeto puffs, like the Gatorade and all of the unhealthy stuff. Like, it's truly amazing what he's doing. But and I just hope that, like we can get restored and stuff, because this is kind of like a big deal. But like, and then I keep thinking like, okay, so this is my thinking process about the thing, okay? With babies, okay? So there's a lot of videos that and testimonies of women that took their babies in for their 6 month, you know, I don't even have a pen to do it, but those things, and took them in, got their 6 month stuff, 4 months, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But I think it's like they're 4 months, 6 months. Go look up the stories. This is not lies. These are real testimonies from women. I couldn't deal with myself if that happened to me. Like, something would just be so wrong. And, they take them in, get them, come back. Oh, they have this fever. Oh, just pump them with a bunch of Tylenol and, baby them. And then they go to sleep and then boom, they're gone. Or a lot of them fell to autism. And there's nothing wrong with autistic kids. That's not what I'm saying. That I'm saying is that we have to like I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'm just too passionate about this, but anyway, so I made the choice not to do that for him. And just now they're starting to like, pass these laws and stuff. So I'm grateful that I didn't, but we get a lot of pushback from making these decisions, especially from the older generation. But that's all I got. Bye.